What's up, guys? Michael from Halfway Back with a brand new video. The Oscars have come and gone, and with that, it is time to look at our Oscar predictions and see how many of these I completely got wrong. When the Oscars were happening, I was watching it live, and as it started, I was feeling pretty good about my picks. I'm not gonna lie. I started getting pretty cocky also. Like, I was getting multiple ones right in a row, and I was like, look at me, maybe I didn't do as bad as I thought I did. And then the ceremony kept going, and it just kept getting worse for me. I thought I would at least finish with like a 50% on this, because that was kind of like my average throughout the whole thing. And then the closer it got to the end, the more I got wrong, and I felt so defeated. Also, I just gotta say real fast, it's really funny. As soon as I made this video, I went and watched like 2 or 3 of the Best Picture nominees, and I definitely would have changed my picks if I had seen these movies before making the video, but what's done is done. I can't take it back. I made my bed. So for Best Visual Effects, I said Dune Part 2 would win, and I got that one correct. Dune Part 2 did win Best Visual Effects. For Best Film Editing, I said that The Brutalist was going to win, and Anora ended up winning, which I have now seen The Brutalist since making that video, and I think I still would have picked Brutalist for Best Film Editing. Not surprised that Anora won, but I thought the editing was pretty great in The Brutalist, so I'm not shocked, I guess. I don't really care at the end of the day. For Best Costume Design, I said Wicked was going to win, and Wicked did end up winning that category, so we're 2 for 3 right now. For Best Makeup and Hairstyling, I said The Substance would win, and The Substance did end up winning. Cinematography. This is where it starts going downhill a little bit for me. I said Dune Part 2 would win. The Brutalist ended up winning that category. I shouldn't be surprised. I feel like did Dune win last time? I think there's always like controversy with like the Dune cinematographer not winning or something. Maybe I'm pulling that out of my ass. I don't really know. I said Dune was going to win cinematography. I should have known it wouldn't have won. The Brutalist definitely deserved that win. I think the cinematography in that movie was actually really well done, and if I had seen the movie before, probably would have picked that one. For Best Production Design, I said Wicked was going to win, and Wicked ended up winning. Let's go. Best Sound, Dune Part 2 is what I said, and guess what ended up winning? Dune Part 2. So it's kind of funny. It seems like these like early categories, I pretty much got right. I pretty much nailed them. It's the bigger categories and the later categories that I just got completely wrong. For Best Original Song, I said Elton John was going to win. Amelia Perez ended up winning. I should have picked Amelia Perez. I knew I should have picked Amelia Perez. That being said, there were 2 songs from that movie that got nominated, so who knows if I would have picked the right one, but I knew I should have picked Amelia Perez for that category. For Best Original Score, I said that Wicked would win, and then surprisingly, The Brutalist won, which I did not expect. Brutalist had a great score, so it's definitely deserved, but I really thought either Wicked or Amelia Perez was going to win that one, so I just completely whiffed that altogether. And I think it's really interesting for a movie that got so acclaimed last year for being one of the best musicals. It's kind of crazy that it didn't win in the best music, either of the best music categories. Like, it wasn't even nominated for Best Original Song, so kind of wild that Wicked didn't win any music awards, but The Brutalist had an amazing score, and I'm glad that it won. Should have been challengers, but it's fine. I'm gonna be bitter about that probably until the next Oscar season. For Best Animated Short Film, what did I say? I said Yuck because I thought it was a funny name. In the Shadow of the Cypress ended up winning. So I'm just going to run through these next ones pretty fast because I didn't get any of these right. I didn't really expect to get any of them right because I didn't watch the main movies, but I definitely didn't watch these movies. So these were all shots in the dark, and I got every single one of them wrong. Best Live Action Short Film, I said that The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent would win. I'm Not a Robot ended up winning that. Best Documentary Short Film, I said I Am Ready Warden. The Only Girl in the Orchestra is the one that won. For Best Documentary Feature Film, I said Sugarcane because I thought it was a marketing ploy for the new Minecraft movie. Ended up being No Other Land. For International Feature Film, now this one genuinely shocked me. I said Amelia Perez was going to win, just, based off all of the controversy that the movie's been going through and all the awards it has been winning. I really thought Amelia Perez was going to win, but out of nowhere, I'm Still Here ended up winning the Best International Feature Film category. I'm sure a lot of people are very happy about that. I'm sure it's the better movie, but I really did think Emilia Perez was going to win that one, so that one caught me off guard. For animated feature film, I knew I should have picked Flo. I picked The Wild Robot, but Flo ended up winning that category. I knew it. Like, as soon as I was done making that video, I was like, I probably should have picked Flo. Flo is the bigger technical achievement. I knew I should have picked that one. I went with the movie that I really liked, so that's why I picked Wild Robot, but I knew I should have picked Flo. For Best Adapted Screenplay, I said Emilia Perez. Conclave ended up winning that. Best Writing for Original Screenplay, I said Honora, and Honora ended up winning, which, let's go, dude. I was very happy about that one. That really could have gone either way. I feel like it could have easily gone to The Brutalist, or it could have gone to A Real Pain, but I am very glad that Honora won. For Actress in a Supporting Role, I said Zoe Saldana, and she did end up winning that one. For Best Actor in a Supporting Role, I said Kieran Culkin, and he did end up winning that category, which makes me really happy. That being said, since making that video, while I am glad that he won because he was my front runner, he's the guy I picked, he seemed like he was going to win, and as much as I did love his performance in that movie, Guy Pearce did an amazing job in The Brutalist. Like, he did a really, really great job in that movie. Same with Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice. Like, I just forgot how good Jeremy Strong was in that movie. Don't get me wrong, I think Kieran Culkin did a great job in A Real Pain, and I do think he deserved that Oscar. It just felt like Jeremy Strong and Guy Pearce did a better job playing a character, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain kind of felt like Kieran Culkin just in general. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those roles where, like, you know, like Robert Downey Jr. is kind of just like Tony Stark. It feels like Kieran Culkin is kind of just like the character he played in the movie, which isn't to diminish it. Again, he did an amazing job, but Jeremy Strong and Guy Pearce just did an amazing job in their movies, dude. Like, the characters they played, they did such a good job that, like, you kind of forget that it's them. So while I'm happy Kieran Culkin won because he was my pick, and I did think he had an amazing performance, and I do think it's deserved, if it went to Guy Pearce or Jeremy Strong, I would not have been upset, and part of me wonders if they probably should have won the award, one of them. For Best Actress in a Leading Role, in a surprising upset, I said Demi Moore, I don't know if I pronounced her name right, but Mikey Madison actually won for Honora, which that to me came out of nowhere. I did not expect that. I love Mikey Madison. I think she did an amazing job in Honora, and I think she earned this Oscar. She did an amazing job in that movie. But I just didn't expect her to win. Like, I really did not expect her to win at all. It seemed like everyone beforehand thought Demi Moore was going to win for The Substance, and very surprised she didn't win. But I'm very happy for Mikey Madison to win. For Best Actor in a Leading Role, I said Ray Fiennes would win. Adrian Brody ended up winning in that category, and I think that is completely deserved. It's funny because when, you know how like they play those clips of like, you know, scenes from the movie to like showcase the actor. Once they showed Adrian Brody's clip, I was like, oh, he won that for sure. Like, even based off the clips that they showed, he clearly had the best performance, and I knew in that moment, I'm like, yeah, I definitely didn't get this one. I definitely got this one wrong. For Best Directing, I said Sean Baker for Honora would win, and he did end up winning, which made me very happy. I think it very easily could have gone to Brady Corbet. I'm gonna say Corbet. Brady Corbet for The Brutalist. I think both these films had amazing directing, but I'm glad that Sean Baker won for Honora. And for the Best Picture, I said The Substance was gonna win. I went out on a limb and I went for the complete wild card pick, but Honora ended up winning Best Picture, which it was a mixed bag for me because on the one hand, I was so mad at myself for not picking it, but on the other, I was so happy that it did win. Very easily could have gone to The Brutalist. I feel like The Brutalist is the only other movie in this category that I think deserved. I mean, again, I didn't see Nickel Boys or I'm Still Here, so maybe Maybe I shouldn't really be talking that shit. Maybe they deserved it. But out of the ones I've seen, it definitely was between Anora and The Brutalist. I think it could have gone either way. But I'm happy that Anora won because I had a great time with that movie. It was a lot better than I expected, a lot funnier than I expected. I was upset because I got it wrong. But on the other hand, I'm very happy for Anora to be winning Best Picture. And at the end of it, how many did I get right? Out of 23 awards, I got 9 right. I went 9 for 23 for the Oscars this year. Not great. If this was a test, I definitely failed. And my pride is only a tiny bit hurt because while I did fail pretty hard, I am honestly pretty happy with all of the awards, and there isn't really anything that I thought got snubbed besides challengers. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Next year, I'm going to be doing this again for the 98th Academy Awards, but hopefully that year I will have seen more movies. This year I wanted to do it, but I kind of fell off pretty hard and all that. But now that I know I'm going to be making a video for it, I think I'll have more energy, I guess, or more motivation to go out and watch all the movies that are nominated, or at least like as many as I can. Maybe not every movie, but most of them. At least every Best Picture would be nice instead of going in completely blind like I did this year and then watching all of the movies after the fact. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.